Hi everyone, this is Mark of Tech Pinas. So in this new video, I'm going to give my quick unboxing of this new device that our friends from Xiaomi Philippines sent me. So I heard this is another affordable and really feature-packed Android smartphone. So for Xiaomi fans, samahan niyo ako. Let's go!
So let's proceed with the unboxing. So as you can see, this is my review unit from our friends at Xiaomi Philippines, Mark Macanas. So let's open the box. Okay, and this is the all-new Xiaomi Redmi 9C. So this is Xiaomi's newest offering in the entry-level Android smartphone category, and as such, this one is targeted towards the budget-conscious students or young professionals who are currently looking for a new smartphone or a new gadget. So the Redmi 9C has slightly better technical specifications than the previously released Redmi 9A, which I also unboxed here in Tech Pinas. But this one also has a slightly more expensive price tag because of the improved features. Okay, so let's proceed with the unboxing before I give you an overview about its technical specifications and key features. Okay, so let's remove the plastic cover first. Start here. Alright, and there you go. As you can see, the Xiaomi Redmi 9C comes in this white box with the image of the handset printed on top. Also Xiaomi branding here. On this side, you have the Redmi 9C name and also this short message with easy access to the Google apps you use most. So it seems that Xiaomi is rather proud of the fact that their phones allow you to use Google services. So nothing on top, same name and message here. And at the rear part, I have here the Redmi 9C in Sunrise Orange. So what I have here is the version with 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage. The price of this version is 5,290, and there's also a variant with 3 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage, and you can get that one for 5,990 pesos. Alright, so nothing at the bottom, and now we're finally ready to lift the cover and check out all of the contents inside. Alright. Okay, so this is the Xiaomi Redmi 9C, and it comes with this plastic cover which protects it during shipment. So later, I'll show you more of the handset, but for now, let's just complete the unboxing. Check out all the items inside. So you have this paper sleeve, and at the back you have this pin for ejecting the SIM card tray. Okay, this is the user guide, and it comes in this rather thick booklet. I think it's because it comes in different languages. So there you go. This gives you a quick overview about the features of the phone, which includes the ports and also the technical specifications. And here, as you can see, the phone has 2 nano SIM cards and also a dedicated micro SD card slot. So it doesn't have a secondary hybrid nano SIM card slot. Okay. But then I don't think you'll have any problems using the phone even if you skip reading the user guide. I think by now all of us are pretty much familiar with the Android operating system and also with how the phones of Xiaomi look. Alright, so this is the warranty card from which you can get information about the after-sales service of Xiaomi for the Redmi 9C. Okay. This is the micro USB 2.0 to USB charging cable. You also need this for transferring photos and videos that you will take using the phone to your laptop or desktop. And here we have the travel charger. This one supports up to 2A output, And my review unit came with a travel charger with 2 rounded prongs, so I'll have to use an adapter for use here in the Philippines. I'm actually not sure if the official retail unit for our country will come with a travel charger with 2 flat prongs, but if not, then you'll have to get an adapter for that. Okay, so that's it. As you can see, the phone didn't come with a pair of earphones and also with a soft gel case, which I understand given the SRP of this phone, which is very budget friendly or accessible. Alright, so now let's check out the handset, the design, as well as the key technical specifications. Okay, so there you go. The phone came with a screen protector, and on it, Xiaomi had listed down the key features of this phone, which include the 13 megapixel AI triple camera at the back, the 6.53-inch HD Plus dot drop IPS display. This phone also has a very big 5000 milliamp hours high capacity battery pack. And finally, this phone runs on the new MediaTek Helio G35 processor, which actually makes entry-level phones like this one capable of running popular mobile games. Okay, so that's the face of the phone, and this is the back. So again, what I have here is the sunrise orange version, and as you can see, this phone has a very unique design language. So this is different from many of the phones in its price category currently. It's kind of hard to describe it actually, but you'll have to see it in the flesh to actually appreciate it. But offhand, what I can tell you is that the phone's back plate has micro lines, and it also has these rather neon-like paint finish, which really makes it very attractive and also eye-catching. I would imagine that if you will use this outdoors under direct sunlight, this will really be more attention grabbing. And here we have the camera module. It's a squircle, so that's a square with round corners, and this one houses 3 cameras. This right here is the fingerprint scanner, and at the bottom you have Redmi, the branding right there. So it says here AI camera, and there's also an LED flash, which you'll need in low to zero lighting conditions. Okay, before I remove the screen protector, let me just show you the different sides of the phone. So this is the right side, and here we have the volume rocker and also the power button right here. And on the left side, you only have this tray, which you can eject using the provided pin. So let me just show that to you. Okay. And like what's shown in the user manual, you have 2 nano SIM card slots and 1 micro SD card slot. So that's dedicated, which means you won't have to sacrifice dual SIM capability just to get more space for your large files. Okay, so there you go. Okay, on top we have here the 3.5mm audio jack, where you can connect your wired headsets. Okay, so that's nice. I actually really appreciate phones that still have this port, because you can also use it for plugging in your wired lavalier microphones, which is really handy for vloggers as well, especially since you can download camera applications that support external microphone input. And finally, at the rear, we have these 3 holes for the loudspeaker, the micro USB 2.0 charging port, and we have a microphone pinhole right there. Okay, so another look at the back plate. Sunrise orange. So this is the Redmi 9C in sunrise orange. Very eye-catching. Alright, now let's remove the screen protector slowly from here. So you have that tab right there, and there you go. So join me in my initial setup of the Redmi 9C. The Xiaomi Redmi 9C runs Android 10 operating system, customized with MIUI 12 user interface. The Xiaomi Redmi 9C has a number of privacy and security features, which include facial recognition, which is integrated with the front-facing camera. Then it also has your usual pattern or passcode unlock. And what's special about this one is that at the back, we have this fingerprint scanner, which adds a veritable layer of protection for users. So here you can set it up. So let's try that. Fingerprint. But first, we'll have to set up either a pattern, PIN, or password unlock. I'll choose pattern. Okay, so I'll just enroll my pattern code first, then I'll show you how to set up the fingerprint scanner. Okay. It's actually very easy to enroll a fingerprint, so we just need to keep tapping the fingerprint sensor at the back until it gets the entire surface of my fingerprint. There you go. Now I have to make sure that even the edges touch the panel. Okay, so that was fast, and the phone has successfully added my fingerprint. Okay, done. We can choose a theme here, so you have either classic or limitless. For this phone, I'm just gonna stick with classic. And the setup is already complete. Alright, so we finally have MIUI 12 on top of Android 10 operating system running on the Xiaomi Redmi 9C. Okay. So this is the notifications tab. And these are your quick access buttons for your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, as well as other settings. There you go. The phone also has a dark mode, which looks like this. You can turn it on or turn it off here very conveniently. You can also turn on your battery saver from here, an ultra battery saver, if you're really running low on juice and you still have several hours before you can reach your home. Let's go to settings. So this is how the settings page looks. Okay. And here, the About Phone section for an overview about the internal hardware of this handset. As you can see here, the phone has 32 gigs of internal storage, and fresh from initial setup, 11.3 gigs of that is already occupied. So I would really suggest getting a micro SD card if you're getting this version, the 2 gigs of RAM with 32 gigs of internal storage version. So I think you'd really need a micro SD card to go with that. Or you might also want to just get the version with 3 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage for 5,990 pesos. Okay, so there you go. So this phone actually has the MIUI 12.0.1 version. And as I've said, let's go to all specs. The phone has 2 gigs of RAM, and it also runs on the 12 nanometer 2.3 GHz octa-core MediaTek Helio G35 processor, which is slightly better and faster than the G25 processor of the Redmi 9A. Okay, so let's just change the wallpaper first, and we can do that by long pressing on the home screen and then clicking on wallpaper. So Xiaomi has a store for themes and also wallpapers, and from there you can download different photos and also different designs to personalize your Redmi 9C. So let me just choose one that's nice. Here we can choose where we want this wallpaper to be applied, on the lock screen or the home screen, or we can set it for both. Okay, so done. And with the lighter wallpaper, we now see the front-facing camera. So this is a 5-megapixel f2.2 front-facing camera that you can use for taking your selfies. And this one also records full HD videos at 30 frames per second, which is one of the benefits of the MediaTek G35 processor. So that's the front-facing camera. And now I'll talk about one of the special features of the Redmi 9C, which is its triple rear camera module. So this one is made up of a 13 megapixel f2.2 main camera. So that's the most powerful of the bunch, which makes it the most flexible one as well for taking your everyday photos of your loved ones, your food, your toys. So that one actually makes this phone quite a reliable point-and-shoot camera substitute. So the second one is a 2 megapixel macro camera, which you'll need for taking close-up images, for example, of insects, of flowers, or maybe small or minute details on larger subjects. And then finally, this phone has a 2 megapixel depth sensor, which enables portrait mode, through which you can add bokeh effect or background blur to your subjects, which is nice if you're taking solo photos of the people you love, or even maybe your toys, just to make your shots look more interesting. Okay. And then finally, one of the most useful features of the Redmi 9C is its very large 5000 milliamp hours battery pack. So with such a large battery pack, you can easily get a whole day of uptime from this phone. And if you love playing mobile games, that can certainly boost the number of games or maybe the number of hours that you will spend playing your favorite titles on this handset. If you hate always carrying a power bank in your pocket or in your bag, then that high capacity battery pack will certainly give you peace of mind if you're on the road and away from an electrical outlet. So that's really good. Actually, I really appreciate the fact that many entry-level handsets these days already have a very big battery. For those who are asking me, how is the Redmi 9C better compared to the Redmi 9A, which is more affordable than this one? Well, first of all, I must say that the design of the Redmi 9C for me is really better compared to the Redmi 9A, or maybe at least with the versions that I reviewed. So this one is truly, I would say, more eye-catching and has a more youthful vibe to it. Or maybe it's just the color, but I don't know. I have yet to see the other colors of the Redmi 9C, but I reviewed the graphite gray version of the 9A, and I really think that the micro details or the minute details on this phone really make it a more visually pleasing release. Also, of course, while we're at the back, this phone has 3 cameras compared to the Redmi 9A, which only has 2 cameras. So this one has an extra macro camera for those close-up shots. And then finally, in terms of internal hardware, this phone is already running on the more powerful, even if a bit, the more powerful Helio G35 processor compared to the G25 processor of the Redmi 9A. Okay, so it's really all up to you if you're going to spend less and go with the Redmi 9A. That phone also has a large HD Plus display and also has a solid set of features and is fairly attractive as well. Or you can spend more money and go with this one, the Redmi 9C, with more cameras at the back and slightly faster processor with, of course, this very attractive design language. Okay, so there you have it. That's my quick unboxing, initial setup, and features rundown of the Xiaomi Redmi 9C, which is now available here in the Philippines. Okay, so again, let me just give you the prices. So for the version with 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage, that's 5,290 pesos, while the version with 3 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage goes for 5,990 pesos. So there's going to be a 700 pesos price difference if my math serves me right.
Alright, so again, this is Mark of Tech Pinas. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye for now and see you again soon.